Well, I currently am a photographer out here in Connecticut. I've kind of like, been sold the dream of like, go to New York and like sell your shit and, just do the best you can be at photography. But I really just want to base myself from where I'm from. And I'm kind of having a hard time like getting clients and just I'm just having a hard time rebranding myself. So I want to get your 2 cents on how I even start with that, because I know that there's so much. Social media is such a thing.
2 questions. How old are you, and why do you want to plant your flag in Danbury?
I am 22 right now, and I want to plant my flag in Danbury because I see a lot of people that are just so talented out here, and I really want to get their name out. I want to help other people grow too. I don't want to just do it because of me.
But that has nothing to do with Danbury.
Really the main reason.
You can help anybody anywhere. Like that has nothing to do with the physical location you're at, right? That has to do with the serendipity of where you met people.
Like, friends right. I just have a lot of friends I want to expose, to be honest.
Well, let me give you, you can't help others until you help yourself, right? Like one of the great mistakes of the young hustlers that I talk to right now is they're so altruistic, and either they're completely full of shit and want to say noble shit up front, but really what they mean is they're selfish, or they actually just genuinely mean it. But the advice for both groups of those individuals is the same, which is you're not helping anybody until you've created a foundation, right? I've been able to help so much. What I'm doing now, why I have an audience, is I've been able to help so much, but I didn't help shit the first 13, 14 years of my career. I put my head down and fucking worked to create a foundation for me to be able to help. To be very frank, for me, it's far more likely that you do go to New York, do your thing for 3 years, you're 22, eat shit, get a Craigslist apartment with 11 fucking people in a studio in fucking Harlem, right? Get that photo that made it happen, meet people, because the amount of shit that happened in New York since you and I were on this phone together is 50 times greater than what's going to happen in Danbury, Connecticut the next fucking month.
True. I'd say the key to photography, to me is access, where you are, because everyone's a photographer now. It's not about who pushes the button better, it's who's in the right place, and that's key. I think there was a guy called Ricky Powell. He's a famous sort of hip hop street photographer, and it wasn't about his photography skills on twisting the lens. It was the fact that he was in every show, in the front row, in every side alley, capturing every moment. And his skill was being in the right place, his access, not his the buttons he was pushing.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's why when they say your network is your net worth. Yep. So if you don't have a network, then you don't have anything, pretty much.
Yeah, I think, I think you're going a little altruistic. I think you happen to be a nice person who met nice people in Danbury, Connecticut, and would like to see them be successful.
Right.
Is that true? Is that true?
That is true, but I also want to make a living off of this, and I want to be able to make money out of my passion too.
Well, that would mean why you should go to New York and not stay in fucking Danbury.
Yeah, and if you can get paid off of a good Instagram feed these days, it's never been easier to make money by being a good photographer.
Do you have a romance of the narrative of like you made it in Danbury? Are you scared of New York? Like, help me here.
I'd love to make it in New York, to be honest. Like, I don't put Danbury over New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's stopping you from that? Being able to afford it?
Yeah.
Good.
To be honest, and like the odds of like financial stuff.
Yeah, you need to go to New York and get a bullshit job for 8 hours a day, live shitty as fuck, and then spend the other 8 hours a day that you're awake working on your craft, and then you need to wake up at 29 years old and have a prayer of it actually happening. And D-Rock and Tyler and Eddie are all smiling. These are all guys that have worked for me for a while, and that's what they did, and that's why they're smiling.
Wow, thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Listen, I have a question.
Anna, real quick.
When I do go to New York, can I shoot you?
Maybe. I don't want to make any promises, but here's what I would say. Go to New York and be in New York 1 year later and prove it to me, and then you can shoot me.
Perfect.
Anna,
I'll do that then.
The biggest reason so many people at 22 aren't winning is because they're fancy. Mm-hmm. Like, you can live in New York. You just need to live in the suburbs of Manhattan, like the outer of Manhattan, and you need to eat shit. You need to work at Target in Queens for 7 hours a day so that you can have 4 roommates in shitty Queens, right? And I love Queens, this is where I first came to in America. I'm not dissing on Queens. Shitty blank, anywhere. Live somewhere shitty with a lot of people, eat shit food, but healthy, and fucking grind.
That's it.
All right, man. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done.
Good luck.